This video is going to discuss dpkg's removing features, so software that are meant, features that are meant to allow you to remove actually software packages from your workstation or your server. So we are going to talk about two different kind of removal, and I think these are like the most relevant one. The basic removal, which entails keeping configuration files. And the idea behind this is that you might want to reinstall a package because there was a problem, but you don't want to lose all the work and the parameters that you have set in its configuration files. So the basic removal actually is useful, and it's often the default even in other platform and other package management systems. The purge removal now means that you want to completely get rid of a software package, including its configurations. So we are going to illustrate both with our Ubuntu system. So let's log in. This is our terminal. We have the Debian package for Linkscur, which we have been using all along for this example video. But we have also a Linkscur installed already, so dpkg list Linkscur should confirm that for us. There we go. We know that the package is installed. We know also that it has files everywhere on our system. Slight exaggeration there. But of interest is the fact that we can see here that we do have some files in the /etc subdirectory. And /etc is often used as a location of configuration files for applications that are installed. So we can see that we have at least two configuration files here in /etc. in subfolder links-cur, appropriate enough, and the name of the configuration files are links.cfg, again appropriate enough, and links.lss. So now, what we are going to do is we are going to do dpkg. We are going to instruct dpkg to remove the package linkscur. So this is an operation that requires actually privileges. Okay, so the option is --remove that you can once again shorten into -r, and I'm going to say that I want to remove the package linkscur. So let's see. Need to enter your password for sudo, and we have now removed the package linkscur. So what's interesting now is that we can again, and I'm going to use the upper row to recall previous commands, we can again do a dpkg --list, and this time it shows that the status of the package has changed. So the package has been installed on our system, so it's still known by dpkg, but if you look at the two letters here, we add II originally, okay, after our first installation. The first I meaning that the package was marked to be installed, and the second I meaning that its current status was actually installed. And now we have R, meaning what? Meaning the package was marked to be removed, okay, as you can see here. And the second letter C, which is the current status, is correspond to configuration file. So I mentioned that in a previous video, and I said we were going to come back on this. Well, now is the time to do so. We have removed our package, so our package is not actually available. Our software is not available anymore. However, this indicates that the configuration file have been left behind. So that means we did indeed use a remove option and not a purge option. Now we can easily try to purge the package. So let's do sudo dpkg --purge and linkscur. Purging configuration file. Now if we go back and we say, well, I want to see if the package is installed, you can see that now the letters have changed. It's UN, U meaning that it's unknown, the package is absolutely no longer, even part of the package are no longer on our workstation, N means that it's not installed. Okay, so you see now that nothing is left. And if I try to do, I'm going up in my history here, remove, that was my list file, the package is not there anymore. Okay, if I would have done a list file, we can play with that actually. If I would have done a list file when the package was just removed, I would have found my my configuration file. So let's try to play with that real quick. Linkscur, so I'm reinstalling the package, of course, I need sudo. There we go. So I'm reinstalling the package, and this time I'm going to pay attention to the files that are installed. So all the files are installed for now. Now dpkg sudo first dpkg, and I'm going to do a remove, not a purge. There we go. So package removed. Now I'm asking again for the list of files for this package, and interestingly enough, you can see that the list of files is much more concise now. All those man page, documentation, etc., binaries are gone. The only thing that's left are those two configuration files that are in /etc/links-cur. Okay, so that's the effect. That's a way to confirm, the effects of a remove. And then just for the sake of comparison, even if I already did it, I'm going to do sudo dpkg purge, and again same package links-cur. Okay, there we go. And now I try to list the files, and it tells me there are no files for this package. The package is completely purged from the system. So it is interesting. You have two options pretty much to remove package from your system, and I think that you see now what is the benefit of each. One thing that I should stress out at this point is that it's a very bad idea actually to use dpkg to remove package. I wanted to present this option, for sake of completion and to give you an overview of all the tool can do for you. But as we mentioned already before, dpkg does not know about dependencies. Okay, dpkg is unable actually to manage dependencies, whether it's when you install things or whether when it's you remove things. So it's a problem when you try to install software, because not being aware of dependencies mean that you would have to figure out all the required dependency, browse the package.ubuntu.com pages until you download all the deb files that you need for a given installation, then figure out the order in which you must install them to satisfy the dependencies, and then use dpkg on each package individually to install them one by one. And that is not fun. As a matter of fact, that is part of what apt is automating for you. So it's an inconvenience that dpkg is not aware of dependencies really when you are installing. But when you are removing, it can be dangerous. Removing a package that other software package depend upon, if the tool is not checking that those dependency exists and warn you and prevent you from removing that package, you could very well remove a library that is central to your system, and thereby break other software package that depended on that library. So for those reasons, it's not really recommended by far that you use dpkg to remove a package by hand, and we are going to discuss more about this when we talk about dependencies and when we actually finally talk about the apt suite of tools.